Louise Fletcher, coming to you from a very rainy Yorkshire, so you can hear the rain on the roof of my studio, I'm sure, while I'm talking. I wanted to share with you progress on something I'm working on, because I think there's often an illusion when we see work that we like from other people that it was somehow easy for them or came really quickly. And I just wanted to open up the process and show you a little bit of how long it can take me sometimes and how many iterations it can take me to get to something I like. And I'm not finished with this one yet. So I'm working on a series of self-portraits. These are not meant to be realistic renditions of what I actually look like. The point is to express the inside, and not all my inside is dark. A lot of my inside is joy, life, happiness, good things. But just like everyone, there are shadows as well, and dark parts and sad parts and grieving parts and parts that find life difficult sometimes. And I don't think that we as humans share enough of that. So I wanted to do a series of self-portraits that I've been working on for a few months on and off, that are much more honest and that share the dark, that share the shadow, that share the inside instead of the outside. So these ones I've been showing you are a few of the ones that I've done, but now I was starting on a new one, and as I went along I just took pictures of progress. Still nowhere near where I want it to be, and you can see some of the struggles I've had. So let's go have a look. So it starts, at the moment I usually start with pencil or charcoal drawings, sometimes both. In this case I started with pure charcoal. I smear and smudge that charcoal. I don't try and preserve it. I just let it be charcoal. Here I added some water, I think, just to get some interesting effects into the charcoal. Bear in mind, pretty much none of this will show through in the final piece, but still it's good for me to be observing. And by the way, this is drawn blind, so I am looking in a mirror. I am drawing, but I am not looking at the paper until, I'm done with drawing. So that's why it looks so distorted. So I usually just start adding colour, and this is generally very intuitive. What do I feel like doing? I feel like bringing blue in. So let's have some blue here. I've started to bring a little bit of green in. And it's all just going over the top of that charcoal, which I haven't fixed. So the charcoal will smudge, that's fine. Now just starting to bring in other colours and more, liveliness with paint. And also as I go, I'm constantly changing the face. I think this is really important, because if we're capturing a feeling, you've got to remember that moment to moment your feelings are changing. And so the image you're creating will also change, or it does in my case anyway. And I'm doing a lot of experimenting in these. So here I had brought in some blue oil pastel over acrylic, and then also just got a trowel and put all this blue paint over the top of the face. I thought I might like that. I didn't, but it was worth trying. Here I added other colours on top of that. I really quite like the energy of this stage, but I'm never going to stop with these when I'm just quite like something. I'm always going to keep pushing it, and sometimes I'll probably push it past the point where it can be salvaged without ruining the paper. It's good paper that I'm working on, but still. Here I tried something else, like just completely smearing out the mouth. I brought clarity back into the nose, but I didn't like that either. So I put a trowel on and spread all that paint around. Now, at this stage, I brought in all this white over the blue to see if I liked that, but I still didn't like it, the big area that's covering up part of my face. But I took the opportunity when everything had dried to do a bit of charcoal drawing back over the top, because I'd lost all that charcoal and I wanted to bring some line back in. Now it's quite a while till I took the next picture, as you can see, and the face has totally changed. You see, and these were all on the same day. This is all within about a 2-hour period that I'm just developing this. I'm bringing more colours in here, which I really like that. I brought in a little bit of lilac, I don't know if you can spot it, and some brighter blue, and orange oil pastel came in at some point. Here again, colours have changed again. So I brought more white in over the face. It was all feeling a bit muddy to me, so I lightened a lot of it up. And the expression has changed again. So it's constantly shifting, which I find fascinating. I'm always going back to my image in the mirror to put the features back in. But again, I might be looking in the mirror, but I will be painting blind. So I won't know where I'm drawing in the paint, or sometimes I'm drawing with charcoal. I quite liked it at this point. It was starting to get a little bit more of the feeling I was looking for, but it's just this sense that there's still too much there for me in terms of too much clarity of the features. I somehow want it a little bit less clear than that. And I never know how that's going to happen. I just have to keep going. And this is the stage I've left it at for today. I find these self-portraits really tiring, and I find that 3 hours is about the most I can do in a day. So when I come back to do more, I will probably start a new one. Otherwise, what happens is I labour over them and they just get worse and worse. So I need to start another couple and then be able to come back to this and the other one in the series and make changes kind of all on 4 at once. But I just wanted you to see some of the work that goes into making something which maybe, hopefully, one day you might see and think, oh, wow, I like that. And often we can envy people for things they've created without knowing how many attempts and iterations it took to create that piece. This one will take a lot more work than it's had already. That's it for me this week. As always, make sure that you're on my newsletter list, which is linked below this video, because I email every week on a Sunday with information, tips, ideas for artists. You don't want to miss that. And I'll see you next time. Bye.